Today we're going to discover what is the Social Security program called Supplemental Security Income, and we're going to find out who qualifies. So stay tuned for the full segment. Welcome back. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. On this channel we talk about all types of financial issues related to Social Security, investing for retirement, saving for retirement, when to retire, and much more. Today we're going to talk about this topic of supplemental security income and what is it, who qualify. What is SSI, or Supplemental Security Income? SSI is a disability benefit that is designed for low-income individuals who've never worked and haven't earned enough work credits to qualify for SSDI, otherwise known as Social Security Disability Insurance. SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, is not the same as SSI. You have to have worked to receive Social Security Disability Insurance. Therefore, it's an earned benefit based on your work history. So who qualifies for SSI, or Supplemental Security Income? It's available for low-income people. So you must be 65 or older, blind or disabled, have a medical condition that keeps you from working and is expected to last at least a year or result in death. You're a U.S. citizen or lawful resident, and you have very limited income and financial resources. SSI is not tied to a recipient's work history like SSDI is. You can receive SSI if you have never worked or paid Social Security taxes, but your income and other financial resources such as bank accounts and property must not exceed strict income caps or limits. What is the maximum monthly supplemental security income check I can receive? The monthly maximum federal amount for 2022 are $841 for an eligible individual, $1,261 for an eligible individual with an eligible spouse, $421 for an essential person. The average SSI payment in 2022 was $625.39. In 2022, a person applying for Supplemental Security Income disability payments who isn't blind and who works and earns more than $1,350 a month probably won't be able to receive SSI. A person who's blind and just applying for SSI disability payments and earns $2,260 a month probably won't be able to get SSI. Again, it's designed for those people who have a limited income. Now, we said there's strict income limits. So what exactly counts as income? There's 4 different areas that count as income. The first area is earned income. Wages, net earnings from self-employment, and various other incomes. There's unearned income, which is not earned, such as Social Security benefits, pensions, disability payments, unemployment benefits, interest income, dividends, and cash from friends and relatives. There's in-kind income, is food or shelter or both that you get free or for less than a fair market value. And then there's deemed income, and that's part of the income of your spouse with whom you live, your parent with whom you live, your sponsor, or if you're with an alien, or children. Now, we talked about this category of unearned income. In 2022, a person must have less than $861 a month in unearned income to receive SSI. Again, unearned income is pensions, Social Security benefits, interest income, dividends, unemployment benefits, etc. A couple can get SSI benefits if they have unearned income of less than $1,281 a month in 2022. If you earn over $841, now when we talk about income, that brings up another question. Can I work and still receive Supplemental Security Income disability payments? You can make up to $1,767 per month once you're approved for SSI. Now, when you earn over $841 in a month, your benefit will be reduced on a sliding scale. So anything over $841, you're not going to get your full disability benefit. And if you earn up to $1,767 in 2022, that will pretty much zero out your benefit. That brings up the next question. What does not count as income? We have a whole list of items here. Interest and dividends earned on countable resources excluded under federal laws. Some government aids such as food stamps and home energy assistance. The first $20 of most unearned income received in a month will not count as income. The first $65 of earned income, and 1/2 of earnings over 65 received in a month will not count as income. The value of supplemental nutrition assistance program, food stamps received, income tax refunds is not counted. Home energy assistance based on need funded by a state or local government, small amounts of income received on an infrequent basis, grants or scholarship, fellowships or gifts used for tuition and educational expenses, food or shelter based on the need provided by nonprofit agency, loans to you that you're going to repay, money someone else spends to pay your expenses for items other than food or shelter. For example, someone pays your telephone or medical bills. And there's a few more there. I will scroll down and you can take a look at some of these other items that are included on the list. Now, there's also a limit on your resources that could limit your ability to qualify for supplemental security income. The resource limit is $2,000 for an individual and $3,000 for a couple. Countable resources include cash and financial assets that can be turned into cash, such as stocks, bonds, or property. They do not include the home you live in, your vehicle to rely on transportation, or household goods. So those aren't resources. To qualify, your countable resources should not exceed $2,000 for an individual and $3,000 for a couple. Let's take a look at an example on this resource limit. If you have $500 in a checking account, $500 in a savings account, no other financial assets, you would qualify because you have $1,000 and the maximum allowed is $2,000. But in addition to that $1,000, let's say you had $4,000 in a mutual fund, that would bring you to your total amount of resources at $5,000, and that's over the $2,000 limit. Now, if an unmarried child under 18 is living at home and the parent's resources exceed $3,000, $2,000 if only one parent, SSI may consider the excess resource to belong to the child. Now, here's some types of resources that do not count toward the SSI eligibility. Household goods and personal items, property essential to self-support, life insurance policies with a combined face value of $1,500 or less, funds set aside to pay burial for you and your spouse up to $1,500 each, money in a healthcare flexible spending account does not count, saving in certain specialized accounts designed for disabled or low-income people, grants, scholarship, fellowships, or gifts received for educational purposes. Now, personal property owned because it has value and an investment. Now, personal property you own because it has value as an investment does count. Now, just to review, Social Security disability insurance is not the same as supplemental security income. Social Security disability insurance is for people with physical and mental impairments, and they must have paid Social Security taxes. That brings up another question. Can I collect both Social Security disability insurance and supplemental security income? You can collect SSDI and SSI at the same time if you're approved for SSDI, but your SSDI payment is low. So there is the possibility of getting both if you meet the condition. That answers our question here. What is SSI or security supplemental? That answers our question here. What is supplemental security income? It's for low income and you need to have a disability. We have other videos related to Social Security disability insurance you can check out. I want to thank you for watching and stay tuned for our next update.